Very good morning, cadets. Hope you are all happy and safe. We are in chapter number 7, that is outcomes of democracy. Outcomes of democracy, chapter number 7. I explained in the last class, that is highlights of the chapter, that is assessment of democracy, accountable, responsible and legitimate government, economic growth and development, reduction of inequality and poverty, accommodation of social diversity, dignity and freedom of citizens. This is a briefly I explained. We will study about this in detail when we deal this topic in particular. Cadets, please write down all the points, because if you write down the points, most of your problem will be solved, because you have to be elaborate when you write these topics in the examination. Then we also studied about democratic form of government, merits of democratic form of government. This we studied in very detailed manner, which I explained in the last class. Promotes equality among the citizens, which I gave example, that is rule of law. Rule of law means all are treated equal before the law. That is called rule of law. I also explained enhance dignity of citizens. Democracy always promotes the dignity of individuals, where an individual or a citizen is given prime concern or importance rather than any other aspects. I also explained in a democracy the quality of decision making. Means in a democracy a bill is becoming a law with a tedious procedure. It is discussed in India, for example, it is discussed in Lok Sabha, discussed in Rajya Sabha, then it goes to President of India for signature. Once it is passed in Lok Sabha, Rajya Sabha, signed by the President, then only bill is called as law. So it is when a lot of people are involved in decision making, generally, definitely the quality of decision is always good. Provides method to resolve conflict. I told you, in a democracy, if there is a conflicts are very common. When you work with the people, naturally you come across misunderstandings or difference of opinion leads to the conflict. Conflicts or difference of opinion can be solved in a democracy in a systematic or in a peaceful manner. Whereas in a dictatorship or in any other kind of government like monarchy, if the monarch or the dictator or the king don't like a person, generally he will make sure that next day his head will not be on the top of his body. So that is what we say. Democracy allows a person to correct his mistakes, which I told you. In case if a leader involved in certain kind of mistakes, Lalu Prasad Yadav initially, now of course he is different state. Earlier you see Lalu Prasad Yadav, some scams were involved, but later it was rectified. In the sense, he was able to once again contest for election and become the Railway Minister of India. So there are a lot of opportunities to correct your mistake. Till now we studied. Now let us check certain assumptions which are mentioned in your textbook. Democracy is just a form of government. It can create condition for achieving something. The citizen have to take advantage of those conditions and achieve those goals. Now, often you may come across with the argument of people arguing that India is not developed like America or like Germany or any other countries because our government is not good. Because we are a democratic form of government. Of course, America is also a democratic form of government. We often blame that we fail because of the government policies. But when you say that we fail because of government policies, then we have to ask this question. Is it the government's responsibility to make you success, or is it your responsibility? That's what we say. Take for example, entering to the science school is the first stage of success in your life. But don't conclude that all the cadets who got admission to science school Bijapur they are all successful. May not be, because the cadets or the students who put their effort when you are in the school. Take for example, we always keep on explaining you that when you are in the school, if you are not used the best of the facilities of the school. Take for example, if you don't know swimming when you reach class 12, then there is no use, because we have a swimming pool. You should know how horse riding, you should know how to play various sports and games activities. Now, when you are given entire opportunity in the school and you yourself not happily or not keen to show some interest on sports and games and activity, at the end of the 12th standard, you cannot blame the school that I couldn't do well because of the school. That people won't agree. Why? Because there is other way around. Because your own classmate, he may be doing extremely well, the person who used maximum available resources in the best possible manner. That is what democracy says. Democracy is just a form of government. It is just a form of government. It is not a miracle. Don't say just because we are democratic, we can become great. It's not like that. It's just a form of government. It creates a condition for achieving something. For example, democracy create a condition. I told you APJ Abdul Kalam was born in a very humble family, but because of his ability of merit or his quality of getting education, or he got an education, so that he turned out to be a meritorious candidate. Because of his ability or because of his merit, no one could stop him from becoming the president of India. So now, imagine if a person like APJ Abdul Kalam, if he is born in other countries where is a dictatorship form of governments are there, the chance of that growth may be less compared to a democratic form of government. That's what we say. In a democratic form of government gives you a conducive atmosphere. Government creates an atmosphere. You see, when you are taking care of a small plant, you can take care of a plant, you can water the plant every day, you can put manure, you can take care. But unless and until the plant start getting itself the deep rooted, that nobody can help the plants to grow. That is what certain basic things the person has to do. That is what we say. The citizens have to take the advantage of those conditions and achieve the goals. So, instead of blaming the government, every person should give lot of importance for the best utilization of available resources in the country, so that you can achieve a goal. Over hundreds of the countries today in the world claim and practice some kind of democratic form of government. They have formal constitution, they hold election, they have political parties, and they guarantee rights. Now, India is a democracy, France is a democracy, Germany is a democracy, Belgium is a democracy, England, Ireland, Scotland, Netherlands, all these countries are democratic. That is what we say. More than 100 countries in the world are democratic form of government. Are all the countries are same? No. Because America is a democratic country, it's a very rich country compared to India. Okay. Nepal is a democratic country. When you compare Nepal with India, India is far better than Nepal. So you cannot say that all democratic countries are same. It's not same. But in every democratic country, we can see some common features. Try to understand what I am explaining. In every democratic country, we can see some common features. What are the common features? That is, every democratic country definitely has a constitution. So, this is what every democratic country has a constitution. Like India has a constitution, every democratic country definitely we can see a constitution. Second, every democratic country hold or conduct elections, regular elections or frequent elections. Every democratic country functions. Every democratic country has its own political parties. So existence of political parties is there in every democratic countries, and every democratic country guarantees the rights to the citizens. How far there may be some different, but basic minimum rights are guaranteed in every democratic countries. So what are the common features of democratic country? Every democratic country got its own formal constitution. One. The second common feature, every democratic countries hold elections. It's a common feature. Third common feature, every democratic country should or must have political parties. And another common feature, every democratic country provides rights to the citizens of the country. So, irrespective of, I repeat, irrespective of economic power, geographical size, population, all democratic countries definitely provide certain basic minimum requirement to the people, and we can see these are the common features which we can see in all democratic form of government. So try to understand, when someone criticizing that India is not developed like America, even though both are democratic, then there are many reasons for that. But common feature, like India is also having constitution, America is also having constitution. India is conducting elections, America is also conducting election. Now presidential elections is going to come in America. India is also providing democratic rights, America also providing democratic rights. So these are the very common features which we can find in all democratic form of government. While these features are common in most of the democratic form of government, these democracies are very much different from each other in terms of their social situations, their economic achievements and culture. Okay. Just now I explained what are the common features. Common features, that is constitution is a common feature, regular conduct of election is a common feature, democratic right is a common feature, guarantees the dignity of citizenship is a common feature. So like that you can keep on adding common features in all the democratic form of government. But even though these are the common features, regarding growth and development they differs. Why? Because of this reason, that while these features are common to most of the democratic form of government, these democracies are very much different from other situations for their social situation, economic achievement and culture. Take for example, social condition of India. When you compare Indian social condition with America, definitely there is a far-reaching or far difference in there. Society, Indian society and American society, you cannot compare because of various reasons. Reason is, one, the status of society is improved mainly because of the literacy rate. When you compare Indian literacy rate with America, we are not at par with America. As a result, we cannot compare the social condition of India in America. Take for example, if you take a plastic bag and throw wherever you feel, in India, generally nothing will happen. But if you do the same thing in America, you will be penalized. You will be asked to pay fee because that is not accepted in that particular country. Spitting in a public place is not allowed in America. Now because of corona it is maybe somewhat check is there in India, but people are highly disciplined when you compare with India with other European or American countries. So social situation is different. Not only social situation, economic achievements and their culture is different. So there are a lot of cultural differences, economic differences. So socio, cultural and economic differences. When there is a socio-cultural and economic difference is there, then definitely accordingly the country's economic development will be different. Now try to understand. When next time when someone speaks about India is a democracy but we are not improved like America, then you should be able to convince him that economic situation of India, resource allocation in India, as well as welfare measures in India, geographical reasons or population. It is very, very different countries, even though both are democratic. Just like if two brothers are there in the same home, one brother may progress economically, the second one may not progress. You cannot compare, because both, even though born in the same family, they have their own features, they have their own way of performing. You cannot have the same performance expected. So that is what difference between human beings and robots. Robots definitely perform in a programmed manner, whereas human being cannot perform because we are not programmed. We are a bundle of thoughts and processes. Okay, so these are the general understanding. Okay, in tomorrow next class we will study the basic features which is highlighted, that is accountable, responsive government, and all those 4 points, 5 points rather, I explained. I once again request you to please write down notes, means these points, because once you have completed the entire democratic politics chapter, once I completed this chapter, then definitely I will move to history, so that we can complete the syllabus of history and political science for class 10th. Take care. Wish you a wonderful day. Thank you.